Hmm. Yes, hello. Being really busy here. Sorry, lads. Oh, yeah, wait. You can check my parking image. So, how's your day been? Uh, being busy at college, gaming, and all that good stuff. Just gonna have to play a game here, and then I'll switch off. Okay. Time to evacuate. Playing Apollo Core on in its newest update. Just doing my things though. They will have to be quite delayed since I'm playing a game already. I will be pretty lucky if I do multiple things though, if I even try to. Why am I loading? Oh my god. Okay, so this. But why did I get teleported though? I'll be returning soon. Sorry, lads, but I have to use restroom for that. Right, I have returned. Today we'll be talking about tier ranking of the towers of TDX. It's what I've decided to do since we have so many towers that I have tried, and yet there are still few towers I haven't. Unlike Behemoth. I promise I'll grind for it. So you might be wondering, where should I start? Well, I have a surprise for you. We're going to start with the starter towers, and we'll go up from there. Starting with Ranger. Ranger is the most, is just as one actually expected. The only starter tower. I'm just gonna make a, take a, just make a making. I'm gonna make a super one for it. Let's start with the obvious starter towers. Now I'm going to start with Ranger. Obviously, he's a starter tower. I have to make it take it like separate row. It's not like a. It is not a ranking though. I just believe that Ranger is like the most basic as you can get. As a new player, the Ranger is like just like the most OG starter tower I think the great will be good for most likely every single mode. I have seen someone like solo with just the ranger of every single mode minus the endless and the nightmare mode. Uh, and the new player would eventually buy the missile trooper, which is also another starter, but it is not a starter toy, and you have to purchase it with gold. This guy is one of the cheap towers you can get, and this is a meter the intermediate tower, and he deals fine damage, dealing high explosives. Top focuses more on range and the ja- javelin, while the bottom path focuses on more fire on the fire rate, giving you the semi-automatic rocket launcher. I think I'm not sure if it has a name or not. Um, for se- for second experience, I as much as I remember, I think I'm going to rank it as D or C. D or C. I'll make it. I'll be kind of nice guy and make it D. I'm not putting it on E though. He's kind of. fine. And also most new players want to get a long range tower, which is of course meet the sniper. Now sniper, on the other hand, he is just as fine as Draktyr, but he has long range. Top focuses on in bullet resistant ignorance, as well as stealth. I did actually use sniper in one of the game modes. I tried that, but also bottom path goes for a laser barrette, which is like kind of like a semi-automatic sniper, and dealing fine damage. Based on my based on my experience with this, I'm putting him as D as well with the Richard Trooper. The new player would also want to get another explosive tower, which is the Grenadier. Um, no, just E because he doesn't deal as much damage as this guy is. This dude has two paths. Top path focuses on fire. Bottom path focuses on stunning enemies and potential bosses. I have no idea who are you though. Just make another new role for the unknown towers. I'm gonna make it white. This dude, I have no idea who this guy is. I'm just gonna put it there. Next up, I'm gonna talk about is the operator, which is one of the intermediate towers, but actually good. So good enough that it will receive a C ranking, but not good enough for B ranking. One is because the bottom path only gives you the Humvee, uh, which is 400 health, I believe, and does shoot, but deals very scarce damage. Although top path focuses on range and stealth detection, bottom path focuses more on firepower and burst, and a burst size of 7. Next up, I want to talk about is the Ghost, which is kind of like Operator, but has stealth. But it's the only tower besides the Sniper that can turn invisible, which is what the stealth is. The top half focuses on fire rate, I believe, and bottom half is more damage and range. And of course, you do get the stealth grenade, but the cooldown is kind of So I'm gonna her the beater. Next I'm gonna talk about is the first Navy bot that most new players want to get is the boat is the patrol boat. This one is not really that good. I mean, honestly, a naval tower. The new player has to know that it's a boat, not a ground, not your typical tower. Like it can't be placed on ground. No. The new player has to understand what this tower is meant to place on. It has to be placed on water that has enough space, like missing pond. Bottom path is flamethrower. Top path focuses more range and firepower. With the additional, uh, was it Hellfire missiles? I think it was Hellfire missiles. That fires like that. Hellfire missiles fires like very often and deals ton of damage. But because it's like, I'm gonna put him. I could just move it to D, but not higher because this one just doesn't deal much damage as the ghost. Next up, what I'm gonna want to talk about most players want to get is the railgunner. This guy deals high damage, but significantly to consider that is the in the amount of reload time. He is kind of meh. Honestly, the bottom path focuses more on damage, but also the aim time is quite big. That you have to like maneuver the top path. Top path focuses more on uh us being a trooper, the real gonna trooper, the real gonna troop, which deals fine damage above 500 for 4.5 seconds of reload time. I think it was. Next, I want to talk about like what most players do get. At least what I think it is probably shotgunner. They see the new players see this guy as opportunity to take crowd control seriously versus the grenade. I mean, grenade is a crowd control and the missile trooper, but this guy, despite trying to rework it though, it is. I never ever touched this guy because the damage is not good. Middle time, I don't know. Top path and bottom path both are the unique ways of like giving you the buffs though. He does have abilities, by the way. Top path I don't know man, like but there's like two things about this guy. He can heal other towers as well as stun them. Flamethrower. I have no experience with this guy. Unfortunately, the Goo Gunner is the same thing. So Goo Gunner is kind of the same that holds. Well, is this guy a Goo Gunner though? I can't tell. But it just looks like a flamethrower guy. That guy as well. I have no experience. These towers I have no experience with this with anything. Sledger, the hammer moon. Um, she can stun giants, but not bosses, I believe. She's the, but because she can stun, but also do the super slam thing on top path. Next up is the John himself. He's going A. He has the range ability as well as the axe though, dealing fine damage though, but not enough to get the S rank. Um, he's fine. He's just deals okay damage, and like the Eagles are fine. So, prefer, I think I prefer him to be in B tier. Yeah, I think I should put him in B tier though. His damage is okay. It's just that he doesn't really have a lot of like resistant. Like he only has the bullet resistant ignorance when he gets his deagles. So yeah, I have no experience about you, nor you, or you though. So those are the things that I have no experience with. So I've just put a who are you again? What are you again? Mine there, which is a tower that lights mines on the path. Whenever you place it, has quite significant low range, but has two paths, I believe. Top path is focuses more on fire and spreads fire, but bottom path, I think it pierces through armor and deals a lot of damage though. He's D, but yeah, because of the limit though. I mean, there's a placement with that as well, but he could just be a C though. I don't really have experience with it, but I do remember what he does. That's the government. We do go for the government range later. Next, I want to talk about the mobster. He is not good. In fact, I could just put him to F. Um, just not good at just don't don't buy this guy. I did buy it and test it out, and turns out this dude doesn't do as much as a lobster. Sure, bottom path you do get money, but but that's it. The ability that you use is the only method of getting the cash back for out of the enemies that had with high amounts of health. This still kind of sucks. Honestly, the damage is just questionable, and he should, and I think he would need to get a buff. Primarily there is the golden mobster, which is the last one. I have no experience about you though. Next up is the Chip Trooper, the one interesting flying troop. He has a rifle that uh, is unfortunately stuck in the burst mode. He shoots 10. He's gone. Uh, not so fine damage. I'm going to put him to E. He dies very quickly though. And I mean, you do have a bit of control of where he can go, and well, he can just fly anywhere where he likes to. Bottom path, explosive. Top path focuses on like more more rifle power while increasing its burst size of the gun. Nothing really big to it. Sentry. Sentry. I do not have any experience with you. Helicopter. I haven't gotten it yet, so yeah. I'm gonna put like has no experience, so you get the point. Farm, instant S tier. This is like an A tower. Uh, the only reason because this tower grants you cash every single wave. It is, yeah, well, it is slow on startup, but you do get the payload on later time. It only takes about 15 seconds, I believe. If not sped up by the speed control game does. Laser gunner. Uh, honestly, the only tower that receives the stealth detection very early, even at level 0, he still has to self detection, uh, deals fine damage, honestly. He's an okay tower to bring an intermittent mode, but he falls quickly off to harder modes on like Endless, Nightmare, and probably the MVM. But he's just a mid tower. D. Medic! Medic! A tier. Heals a lot of health though. Top path is basically overcharged, and bottom path gives you the crates. Critical hits for 200 for the 200%, 300%. Holy shit, that's a lot. Juggernaut there. Hey, deals a lot of damage in deals quite a high damage with bullets using the bullets though. He does get bullet resistance on bottom path. Or is it top path? It's either way. This guy, uh, he still needs to be buffed though. This tower is just not good. It will stay there no matter how hard Sean tries to save this tower. It still falls out of there. But after the buff though, it's I mean, because the MEM mode, you can upgrade its like cash per second thing, it's D tier. It's not. It's even better enough. Like cash, you do get quite more cash in MEM in normal matches. You can't even use it. You have to use it with other eco towers to make it function. Barracks, they're one of the OGs. E tier. DPS is not is just too low. Just too low. HP needs to be reworked actually. But I want to see this one to be buffed. Moving on to one of the pay-to-win towers, electroshock. The elect this dude, the shocker, which you can actually obtain it from a battle from my battle pass. I think it was like the last one, but I forgot. This guy is nastier. You have to have it. This guy is like an A tier because this guy literally stuns anything he sees. Like quite literally, even bosses. And this tower is a must-have if you want to like challenge yourself or using other towers because these robots are very aggressive against those towers. Troll tower is a one of those bait towers. Although being a troll tower, despite being one of those pay to win towers, no, I don't have any experience with it. Same as with the scarecrow. Maybe is it? I swear to God, there was like the scarecrow crow thing. Well, next up, I want to talk about is the EDJ. Uh, this guy, Hater. Um, good support tower. Top half focuses on fire rate. Bottom half focuses more on like discounts and sellbacks. Commander S tier, fire rate increaser, and he buffs damage. That's it. He just buffs damage. That's literally what he does. Terminator, mid, just not enough damage. Crowd media, the intermediate crowd controller, the anti-air turret. C tier because it only targets the air enemies, but very useful in nightmare modes. Expert, and that's it. That's literally about all about this tower. It, like has uses of probably elite mode if well you do have enough money, but usually expert or nightmare. Artillery. Um, I will put him probably here. Bottom path focuses on on even more damage, explosive resistance ignorance. Top path is focuses more on auto aiming with three main gun with with like size burst of 3, but fine damage. Armolet Factory, um, not really that good. D. Although it does have tanks, I know, but because of the DPS alone, time time frames, of how long it takes to spawn those tanks, top path and bottom path. Well, yeah, the behemoth. Despite I don't have any experience with it, I've seen other people use this tower tower. Despite being a crystal tower, I think it's B tier. Not only is it very good to have it in like Endless though, and Nightmare. Probably very useful. I could just put it in A tier. Ah yes, the throne. I have a lot of things to say about this one. Oh boy. This tower is mid. Uh, you can there can only be one throne per user. That's it. That's the yeah, because this tower is not meant to play meant to place more than one. It's a combat throne after all. Like just like in real life, you could just control multiple, but you realize you could just only control one. Well, despite being the limitation, I think this guy is C tier. Bottom path focuses more in range, like map wide range explosives, but the only thing about this tower is that it can ignore explosive resistance. Top path focuses more DPS uh with rockets and bombs that can stun bosses for real. Yeah, for real. I have no experience with set though. I I am pretty sure set can be obtainable from a pass, but I can't really be sure. So war machine S tier. Uh, war machines. These war machines are very great, but I'm not putting it on S tier yet because the respawn times are very scarce. If the respawn times are just as fine, it could have been S tier. But moving on. Oh boy, what about you? You are very useful. You need an instant S tier. Not only that it has a lot of free speed builds though, but also dealing fine damage actually. But despite damage and the cost though, A tier. Despite being very costly though, A tier. Oh, you are very very fine though. B. Well, the only downside of this tower is that it got nerfed. The shield, the shield doesn't really refresh anymore upon upgrading. Though it only affected for the bottom path. But I already thought they had what that feature was already implemented because if you upgrade the shield tower to bottom path, it doesn't refresh right away. It refreshes after time interference. Oh, Relic, instant S tier. Overseer Prime is just that powerful. Ooh, what about you? You are as fine as Peter. Not only is just a upgraded patrol boat, very big ship, but has a very ginormous placements. Although it's very effective in like large water maps, unlike Purgatory. Purgatory, I think it's the only map that has water in it. They could just place the water. Is there actually like any map that has water in it? I can't be sure. Perhaps none. But the one thing about this tower is that you can use it in endless. Basically, play in uh oil leak and just it's GG. No experience about you though. Then the reflector, although I do not have it yet, I plan to get it after the Behemoth, but I heard the discount this tower is good. Good enough that I'm gonna put it on A. Oh, what about you? Golden Ranger. Hmm. I am probably putting you to 8 tiers. 8 tiers. Well, Golden Miner, despite being an upgraded line miner though, B tier. Oh, you are an S tier instant. This guy is the best eco tower ever you would ever get. Like John even cannot balance the eco towers correctly. Like this guy, this Arctic is the worst example of an eco tower. Golden Juggernaut. Hey, better than the golden this dude. I could just derag him to Beto. Despite having the LMB though, I think it's fine. And that is all of my tower design stuff, but I still have some concerns about this tower. I could just put it up there though. Despite it being a detail, it still needs a buff. It's not there yet. Despite he actually tried to buff it one time. I heard it from Twitter, but it's not enough. We need more. So yeah, that is it from me. I'm gonna zoom out so that I can take a screenshot of it and put it on some social media platforms. And that is it for me. Probably going to play some games off camera, but that's what's like the everything for me. If you like the content so far, kill the subscribe button, like, comment, all of the great jazz I have been offering.